Guys, what's going on? What's going on? Golly. It's Pags. Welcome to episode 68, 68, 67, I believe, of the Code Chronicles. Guys, I'm pretty pumped. teamSyncr's coming together. She's looking great. I've got absolutely no sleep in the last week. And when I say no sleep, obviously that's metaphorical. The night before last night, I got like 3 hours of sleep, but last night I got none. So when I tell you, I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty freaking pumped. So this is it. It's looking proper. I'm working on a few components here, just behind the scenes, real quick. I do want to show off one of the features that I'm very, 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 very proud of. Guys, I'm just pumped on this thing. Absolutely stoked. So obviously aesthetically, I take very much pride in that. I got this commercial built for teamSyncr, and it looks good. It's good. I think by the time you see this, it's actually out on the YouTube channel. I don't know how much of this you guys can hear. I don't know if any of the audio is coming through. I doubt it, but if not, check it out in the YouTube channel. I'll post it on the YouTube channel. It's badass. It's so cool. It is so cool. So proud of myself on all this. You can see my mission right here, which is just to up productivity. And this new feature that I want to talk about is huge. It's pretty big. So I've been grinding my absolute tail off on this feature. What it is, it's a generate report of your project. So you can nominally show and track the project progression, whether you're an employee, whether you're a manager of an IT team, whether you're a freelancer and you need to show a client something. I've built the tools that you need for this part of engineering. So the goal here is to deliver a professional thing, right? That it's not exclusive to engineering, mind you. I just immediately think of it because it's relative to my field, of course. So let me just dive in. Let me just dive in. So here it is. It's the reports button. You can see project statistics are all back and running. I'm ironing those out now. But so what it is you choose the project that you want a report generated on, and you click this button, boom, and a report is getting generated, right, of your project name, right, your total tasks. I'm going to add a few more things and polish this up a little bit more. You're going to be able to see the completed tasks. You can see the project completion. I'm ironing that out right now as we speak. You can see the notes related to the project, your project description. You can download a CSV or a PDF of your project. So here's just a CSV or a PDF of the report. And then I believe I should have the CSV as well. So I'll click that while that's loading. I just want to explain how valuable this is from if I'm an employee as a software engineer and I want to show my team the contributions that I'm doing. I want a tool like this that I can monitor the tasks that I'm doing and then boom, drop it in and let them know, hey guys, I'm this percentage done with this project. If you're let me get out of this CSV. If you're a freelancer, and this is actually hugely why I built this function. Sorry guys, my phone's all adjusted, but hugely why I built this shareable link function is I want to have a client facing portal, and I've constructed such. Now the full portal is not built out yet, but you can click on the shareable link and it will take you to what will be ultimately the client-facing portal, which is it's just going to be a report, the exact report you see here, just right on this screen that I'll show you now. So this shareable link is shareable across, it's good for 24 hours and then it expires, but you can see it pulls up the report ID of the report I just clicked, and the report date. And like I said, this will just show a carbon copy of that same exact report we just saw here. So I'm pretty pumped about it. If I take this link, it works in other portals. It's in the live version as well. So it's not just exclusive to localhost. It works on the actual full-blown website. So had to deal with some security stuff and rate limiting stuff and run through a few things on that. But guys, I am pumped. I am so pumped. So that's what I'm working on pretty diligently. I'm working on this feature right now, just the state of it. So I'm going to pop this in real quick. Let me get this last bit of state real quick in here. So number of completed tasks. Let's see. How can I do this? I need this number of completed tasks always there. So project percentage, I can pull from this right here. So let's see if I can pull that into our reports. Guys, I'm excited. I am excited, as you could tell, as you could probably tell. So let me pop this in here. Let's see if this all worked out proper. I don't want this episode to be too long, but I did want to show that work is certainly being done. Certainly being done. So I'm going to see if I could set the state here. I just viewed the project and completion, and boom, I see 0%. Why am I seeing 0%? Weird. I don't like it, folks. Let's see. So 0%. But then I'm seeing 25% up here. So these are tiny bugs I'm obviously ironing out, and it's 7:23 in the morning, folks. So I got an hour and a half. It's a foggy day. I got an hour and a half to crank through before I got to start the work day. So absolutely pumped. So let me pull out of the project. These are things that I'll iron out behind the scenes, of course, and get working right. But that is something that me as an engineer, I could look at and say, guys, no, I'm this valuable. I'm this valuable to this project. I'm this valuable to the team. Especially, I gotta sneeze. Whew. I don't know if you guys caught that. My Italian slipped out of me. I sounded like Mario right there. Identical to Mario, I swear. I'm gonna get copyrighted for how close that sounded, exactly like Mario. But guys, that is a huge component. So I broke it down in the mission, a little bit of the strategy. Obviously, teamSyncr, I want to be somebody who's good for efficiency and productivity and performance. But the biggest thing, especially in today's environment right now with the engineering and IT just having it taken the turn it did, is showing the nominal value that we engineers bring to the table. And maybe if you're an IT manager, the nominal value that your section of the company brings to the company. And I think it's a wonderful product. So prices are they are climbing. I had some realizations and realized the features I was working with previously demanded the price that they were at, but I'm moving forward. This is a premium service. This isn't something that it's not something that is going to be accessible to everybody, and not that I don't want it accessible to everybody, but it's something I'm working so hard on. No sleep, 3 a.m.s, linking this up with this and this thing and this idea, and generating reports here, and having draggable Kanbans, thousands of code to adjust the DOM nodes, and all the thousands of lines of code. Excuse me, missed that lines part, but it's something that you know what I mean. All this UI UX that you could easily drag and drop tasks and rename them and pop them over here, do this, do that. However, this reports, folks, if you're like me and you've worked in an enterprise environment before, or if you freelanced and you've had serious freelancing gigs, where you're talking multiple 5-figure opportunities, this is a professional product built for you. This is something where you could package up and say, nominally, this is where I'm at in the project. And for non-engineering people to break that wall, for instance, and mind you, this is not exclusive to just engineers. You could take this to many, many different fields. But to break that wall, to give people numbers to point at and tasks that are completed, a number, 15 tasks were done this week on this report. Guys, that's huge. That's massive. And the fact that it's downloadable, shareable, all these things is tremendously huge. So that is why the price is where the price is. And it is this way because the average, and I wrote this in the mission statement as well, the engineer's average salary is less than 1% of an engineer's salary. But the idea is to boost your productivity. The idea is to boost your value. And if you can, even just the professionalism alone of bringing a report to the table and saying, this is what I've done, that is something that you're probably going to get more than 5% of your salary value back on. 100%. On top of the productivity tools, the efficiencies, things like that, you and I both know that something like this is a true service for an engineer. Anybody doing a project and wanting to impress your boss, if not only are you doing it through team meetings and ticketing, but if now you're able to generate a report with every stand-up meeting or every Friday or whenever you would like it, I could see that massively boosting salaries and opportunities and financial opportunities and especially for other quotas and parts of engineering. As mentioned, I've personally had freelancing gigs that are massive, tens of thousands of dollars. And to have a report, mind you, we had many meetings, no reports, just kind of verbal back and forth, Zoom calls. If we had reports to say, no, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're this far completed, we've done this. What I would have done for that, the professionalism associated with that, and you can drive a higher ticket price because of a tool like that. So, and I'm going to have a episode on raising salary because somebody had DM'd me on LinkedIn asking for a video around that, and I do have a little bit of experience with that. So I'm going to make a video on how I did it, how I drove my value up, and this is a tool that, guys, I'm telling you, take my word for it, or don't even take my word for it. Give it a go. And if you do not see that value back, obviously there's always refund guarantees. I will do a 30-day refund guarantee on this. Obviously, I'm going to be unveiling a lot more components and features and things like this, but the fact that you can generate a report of your own doings at the click of a button, I mean, give it a go for a month and see what it does for impressions around the office. See what it does for your next client. See what it does for your own productivity and performance. The delta I'm shooting for is about a 4% return on value, meaning, okay, it's less than 1% of the average engineering salary. It's far less than the 1% of an engineering. It's 0.8% of the average engineering salary. and maybe even less than that. And the goal is to produce 5% boost of efficiency, whether it's through your viewpoint of how your team views you, whether it's through the actual productivity and efficiency, whether it's through your own monitoring of your projects and tasks. The goal is to boost your productivity and value by 5%, giving you a 5x return on a tiny investment. And as mentioned earlier, I would honestly say it's probably going to do a lot more for you than that, even. Because again, a promotion typically isn't a 5%. You use a tool like this for 6 to 12 months, you're showing up to stand-up meetings, you're providing this value, this report. Guys, that is just gold. That is just absolute gold. So I'm going to keep working sleepless nights, diligently hard, tremendously hard, to keep adding features and ironing out all these bugs so it works even more seamless. But it is at a point now where the thing is it's no longer on stilts, where we're a baby learning how to walk, and users are on board, and the value is there from a business standpoint metrics. So yeah, guys, give me some feedback too. I'm all ears. I'm feedbacking off y'all. So there's a lot of stuff down the pipeline. I won't disclose it fully, but guys, believe me, these sleepless nights are adding up. So I'm gonna wrap the episode up here. I know it was a bit more on the salesy side, but being very genuine, I see tremendous value in this service.